I'm good and you.
Okay. And what is your topic for biology today?
Um, probably the parts of the brain.
The parts of the brain. Okay.
Mhm.
Today our topic to discuss is parts of brain.
Mm-hmm.
What is brain
Mm-hmm.
and what is its role? Do you know?
Like controlling the rest of the body, sending like
Controlling the rest of the body. Okay. So we can say it is a controlling unit of the body.
mm-hmm.
It is a major role for controlling our body and how our body coordinate with each other organ. And it can produce and interpret all the information which we have the ability to understand.
Mm-hmm.
So first, if we divide this topic, there are three major portion to can say, and it can be divided into three parts. Like first one is the forebrain, and second portion is the midbrain, midbrain is the reduced part of the brain. It is a very short form,
Mm-hmm.
and third one is the hindbrain.
Okay.
But when we see what is the major portion of the brain which has a good controlling for the body, that is the forebrain. So if we say there are some portion of the forebrain, and first is the main portion, that is the largest part, we can say that is the cerebrum. Cerebrum is the largest part of the brain.
Mm-hmm.
So we have to discuss their major portion like this cerebrum. It has two parts. We can say that if we divide uh, we can calculate and we can answer their cerebrum. It is the largest part of the brain. So when you divide the largest part, it has two portions. One is right hemisphere and second is the left hemisphere. Right hemisphere controls the left portion of the body, and left hemisphere controls the right portion of the body. So it controls its reciprocal parts of the body. So the major responsibility for the cerebrum is it control it control our voluntary action, in which we say that is our under control, like thinking and reasoning, memory formation, memory controlling. So it also control our voluntary movement like vision, hearing, touch. All voluntary action are under the control of the cerebrum. So cerebrum is the largest part of the forebrain part. So there are some lobes of the cerebrum, we can say frontal lobe, parietal lobe, and temporal lobe and occipital. So if we see the role of their frontal lobe, the frontal lobe is also involved in the planning and decision making and movement of the body. So frontal lobe is present in the front portion of the forebrain. It is the main portion of the cerebrum. We can say it is present in front of the interior portion of the body. So second lobe is the parietal lobe. Parietal lobe is involved in the touch, pressure, pain, and temperature. And temporal lobe is also involved in controlling the hearing, language, and memory information. It can help to store the memory and also help the body for memorizing things for long term and short term. And fourth lobe is the occipital lobe. Oxy is related to the eyes. This lobe is involved with the controlling of the vision. And after cerebrum, there are some other portion of the forebrain like thalamus and hypothalamus. So hypothalamus is the gatekeeper of the brain. So it controls the information. That information goes to the main portion of the brain that are not able to go the main portion, but it is the gatekeeper. We can say it is the relay center. It is relay center for sensory information except smell. Sensory information are those information that comes from all parts of the body through sensory neuron and reach to the main portion of the brain, and that are interpreted and their response are created. Then that response goes to that effector that produces a response through motor neurons. We say that this is a central nervous system. Central nervous system consists of brain and spinal cord. So there are different receptors present in our body that detect any changes. And that receptor detect any changes reach to the brain through sensory neuron. And after interpreting and decision making, then response are created that reach to the effector with the help of motor neuron. So this is the making for sending and getting information. So, and thalamus also sends signal from the body to the correct part of the cerebrum. It means first information are manipulated and interpreted in the thalamus, and thalamus decide which information have to go to which portion of the brain. And the third portion of the main brain is the hypothalamus. Hypothalamus is the major controlling part of the brain. It also control and regulate body temperature. Our body temperature is 37 degrees centigrade.
Mhm.
Our body temperature rises or lower when hypothalamus is disturbed. When hypothalamus is disturbed, then its temperature can rise. But when there is no abnormalities, no infection and no inflammation in the body, then hypothalamus is responsible and has the ability to regulate the body temperature up to 37 degrees centigrade. 37 degrees centigrade of the body is a very important temperature for the body, because enzyme can work maximum at their optimum level at this temperature 37 degrees centigrade. So that's why our body temperature is the 37. Then second role of the hypothalamus is to control thirst and hunger. When we feel thirst and when we feel hunger, this hypothalamus detects changes in our body and sends signal, and then produce a response for drinking and eating something. So it controls thirst and hunger. If we talk about its endocrine control like hormone, because hypothalamus is directly connected with the pituitary gland. You know that pituitary gland is the major controlling hormonal of the body.
Yeah.
And pituitary gland produces most of the hormone. But there are two main hormones which are produced in the hypothalamus. One is the oxytocin and second is the antidiuretic hormone, ADH. They are produced from the hypothalamus but stored in the posterior part of the pituitary gland. And it also controls the sleep cycle. Our body needs how many time to sleep for 6 hours to 8 hours. When because sleeping is very important when we are working in the day in the hectic routine. So neuron are denatured. Some neuron are breakdown with the oxidative stress when we feel in the day. So when most of the neuron are damaged, then hypothalamus feels our body, then we have to go for sleeping. When we sleep, and then our neurons are managed and repaired, then we feel fresh. So hypothalamus is an important role for controlling of the sleep cycle. Hypothalamus also control in female menstrual cycle, which is of a cycle of the 28 days. So after this hypothalamus, there are also other parts of the brain, like we can say amygdala, hippocampus. Limbic system. It is also a major portion of the forebrain. So it has three main parts: hippocampus, amygdala, and olfactory bulb. And hippocampus is involved in the memory formation, memory storage. It is also important for the learning. And amygdala is also involved in emotional processing like fear and pleasure, because some neurons are very that are excited, that are interpreted and present in the amygdala portion, that is the major portion of the limbic system, and limbic system is a part of the forebrain. And third part of the limbic system is the olfactory bulb. Olfactory bulbs are present in the limbic system that regulate, that help for the sense of the smell. So smell sensory neuron portion are present in the olfactory bulb of the limbic system. So summary of the forebrain is this. Cerebrum is involved in thinking, movement, sense and learning. Thalamus relay center. Hypothalamus controlling hormone, hunger, thirst, body temperature. And limbic system is involved memory, emotion, and smell. Memory, emotion, and smell. Now next part is the midbrain. Midbrain is the reduced part of the total brain. Midbrain. Midbrain is also known as mesencephalon. Its location present below the cerebral cortex and above the bones. If we draw the brain like forebrain, this portion is the forebrain, and this is the midbrain. And this is the hindbrain. Hindbrain has three portions: medulla, pons, and cerebellum. Medulla, pons, and cerebellum. But it is present midbrain below the cerebral cortex. This forebrain has cerebral cortex, and above the pons. So this is the portion totally of the midbrain. So main function of the midbrain, it also involved for the, it has auditory reflexes and has reflexes for the visual. It turns the head, eyes toward the sight and sound. Like when you hear and louder noise, all information comes from all eyes and from here come to the midbrain. Midbrain has the ability to interpret and send it to the major portion of the brain. Midbrain has also motor control. It helps control voluntary movements in cooperation with the cerebrum and cerebellum. It is also involved in the coordination of the eye movement, track movement object, and control pupil size. It is also helpful in the alertness and arousal. Actually, major function and the very important role of the midbrain is the reticular formation. Reticular formation is a process in which most of the information are scrutinized. This either this information has to go the major portion of the forebrain, either this information goes to the hindbrain. So reticular information, it scrutinizes the all type of information coming from the body. So it has also some structure related to it. So we can say major structure in the midbrain. Some four type of major structure present in the midbrain. Tectum, it control reflex center of the vision. Tegmentum, it contain motor pathway and control basic body movement. Cerebral peduncules, it carry motor signal from the cerebrum to the rest of the body. And it has also substantia nigra. It produces dopamine. Dopamine is a hormone for happiness, for controlling our mood. It involves in the movement control. It affects the Parkinson disease. Parkinson disease is that disease in which motor neuron is diminished. So substantia nigra is a part of the midbrain. It produces dopamine. See, dopamine help to control the Parkinson disease. When there is shortage of dopamine, so motor neuron is diminished and a person become Parkinson patient. So dopamine is very important for the Parkinson disease patient. Now we discuss the hand brain. Hand brain consists of pons, medulla, and cerebellum. So these are the portion of the hand brain. Hand brain consists of cerebellum. There is a difference between cerebrum and cerebellum. Cerebrum is present in the forebrain and cerebellum is present in the hand brain. Okay. So cerebellum help you balance and move smoothly. When we are sitting as smooth, we are present in the exact position, and our bodies didn't collapse. This is due to presence of cerebellum. Cerebellum has the posture and balance control. So it means it helps to control our body. It helps to keep our straight forward. It helps to keep and maintain our body as a tempo. So it doesn't keep our body to collapse. So it also help to move smoothly. When you walk or ride a bike or play sports, your cerebellum helps you steady and control. And second portion of the hand brain is pons. A small portion of the pons it connects different parts of the brain. It controls the breathing pattern, and we can say it has also control our sleeping cycle. It has also effect for the sleeping cycle. It control muscle in your face. So when you feel good in your cheeks and your face, so pons become active to control your muscle of the face. Pons can act like a bridge between thinking part of your brain and movement part. So it help to coordinate of the body with different parts of the body. So it plays very important role for controlling all of the portion of the body. And last part of the brain is medulla oblongata. Medulla oblongata is connected with the spinal cord. It controls our automatic thinking. Our automatic thinking, our automatic process like breathing, swallowing, and heartbeat. So these processes we cannot control. These are automatic. So these all automatic taking place process are under the control of medulla oblongata. So with medulla oblongata, then spinal cord is medulla oblongata is the last part of the brain. Then spinal cord start from this that make the backbone of the body. Is it clear? So any type of topic, any type of query or question about this?
Sorry, what'd you say? What'd you say?
You have to see from here. These are the major portion of the brain. Once we have to revise this again. Parts of brain are forebrain, midbrain, hindbrain. Major portion is the cerebrum. That is a part of the forebrain. We can say to the largest part of the brain. It is divided into left and right hemisphere. It is responsible for voluntary movement, thinking, reasoning, memories, senses, vision, hearing, touch. So this cerebrum has 4 lobes. Frontal lobe, it is involved in the planning and decision making. Parietal lobe in touch, pressure, pain, and temperature. Temporal lobe is controlling the hearing, language, and memory. Occipital lobe is involved in the vision. And second portion of the forebrain is the thalamus. Thalamus acts as a relay center, relay station. It controls the information coming from the sensory information, except smell. It sends signal from the body to the controlling part of the cerebrum. And third portion is the hypothalamus. Hypothalamus regulates our body temperature, 37 degrees centigrade. It also controls thirst, hunger. It also controls hormone that works and coordinated with the pituitary gland. It also controls the sleep cycle. And limbic system is also part of the forebrain. It has 3 major portions: hippocampus, amygdala, and olfactory bulbs. Hippocampus is involved in the learning and memory formation. Amygdala is involved in emotional process, fear and rage and pleasure. Olfactory bulb control the sense of smell. And this is a summary about the forebrain. And midbrain is the shortest portion of the brain. It is found just below the cerebral cortex and above the pons in the brainstem. Main function are the visual and auditory reflexes, motor control, coordination of eye movement, and alertness and arousal. Major structure present in the midbrain are the tectum, tegmentum, cerebral, and substantia nigra. And these are the portion of the hindbrain. Hindbrain has 3 major portions: cerebellum, pons, and medulla oblongata. Cerebellum helps to balance and move smoothly. It is also cerebellum is also control for the learning of behavior. Behavior memory is stored in cerebellum. And second is the pons. Pons is connected with different parts of the brain. It control breathing and sleeping, and it also control muscle movement in your face. It act like a bridge between thinking part of your brain and movement part. And the last part of the hindbrain is the medulla oblongata. It control automatic function like breathing, heartbeat, and swallowing. So these are the this was the lecture about our parts of the brain.
Mm-hmm.
Do you query about this?
No, I get it. It's okay.
Okay, I'm sending you this.
Okay.
Oh, one day try me and But the minute try me, see the book if I go apply to do. So I'll get for food parts banner, then I'll go for it. Like you say, what would make the place like it look like a salad? You better did it. We're not off. I've been off. That's correct. I mean, look at on one word. 2 days later, right? I see me. Hey, hi, friend. Me and you are friends, still we talk with. And me answer I give. From that day, don't talk again no more. Also, yeah, you don't begin this credit to me, so I'm not gonna nothing to do with you. Oh yeah. No, you don't do that. How much are your business?
Okay, let's.
Okay,
Wait,
thank
what do
you.
you look like? It doesn't look so jumpy like we're in Southeast.
Okay, take care.
Okay.
Bye.
But I mean,